Hey, shout out to my morning thoughts family. There was no morning thoughts this morning, but hopefully we will be back tomorrow morning. Bear with me, I got you, and I thank you for riding with SouFLoTV. Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. If you've never been here before, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a video goes live on SouFLoTV. All right, let's talk about this former NBC manager that was just sentenced for fleecing the bank out of $34 million. I know $34 million, she thief, you know, but she got caught and tried for 34 mil. We're going to get into all the details of all this, and I'm going to show you how she committed the perfect crime. She'll be okay. Shed no tears for her. And once people found this out, they started becoming a bit jealous. Like them want to commit the same crime too, because in her case, crime really paid. Okay, now let's talk about this. So according to the Jamaica Observer, Kingston, Jamaica, Andrea Gordon, the former National Commercial Bank senior manager, accused of fleecing the entity of $34 million over a 3-year period, was this morning's sentence. That was yesterday. She was sentenced to just under 8 years in prison following a detailed sentencing exercise. This is due to the fact that the varying sentences for the banker, who pled guilty on all 13 counts on which she was charged, will all run concurrently. Well, heap of years she get, you know. She actually got about the same amount of years that that man who had sexual relations with his daughter and then raped the picnic that came after, who he got through incest with as well, got that many years. She got about the same amount of years as he did. Don't blame me or ask me why. That's just how the court system works in Jamaica. Them fling time here and fling time there, and their sentencing guidelines look kind of shaky, but that's what she came out with. Anyhow, this due to the fact that varying sentencing for the banker who pleaded guilty. She pled guilty on all 13 counts, and it will run concurrently. Gordon on April 29 pleaded guilty to 13 counts on an indictment charging her with 3 counts of larceny as a servant, 3 counts of cybercrimes, and 7 counts of money laundering before Supreme Court Judge Justice Lorna Shelley Williams in downtown Kingston. Gordon, who was employed to the bank for approximately 30 years, 30 years she worked at a bank, you know, was at the time of her arrest 30 years and charged. She was at the time of her arrest the manager at the bank's operations center at 29 Trafalgar Road in Kingston. The last recorded salary that Gordon was getting paid was $11.1 million per year. Now, you know me being me, SouFLoTV, I went and looked up what's the average salary for a bank manager in the United States of America. Okay. The average salary for a bank manager in the United States of America ranges from about 60 something thousand dollars a year, and it can go all the way up to $166,000 a year, although there are cases where senior managers are making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 and $500,000 a year. So she was well within her right of where she was earning. She was pretty much earning money in the amount right in step with those who live and work in the United States of America. Now, someone would say this is a really good life she was living, to be able to stay in your own country, make this kind of money, climb up the ladder, move up in ranks and all these things, right? This is a good life. 30 years of your life to get there, and I'm sure she was not always this bank's manager. I'm sure she had to work her way all the way up. She probably started out as a teller or started out somewhere in the lower ranks of something. I don't know how they do it in the banking system. Now, according to the allegations outlined before the court, internal investigations were sparked after information received revealed that Gordon assigned password has been used to access the bank system, and several transactions posted which instituted a breach of the bank's policies. So they found her password getting into things that it shouldn't be getting into.
Daddy cash shop, ever gonna know my got that. Them gyal up on my fuck, cock and I spit like a fat black. Big 45 and roam like a tourist, strike like a fire.
Locks and a skip, automatically ying that way I fly through traffic or run and
My SouFLoTV audience, stick a pin. Before we go any further, I want you to go over to Yardy Cash Flow on YouTube. Hit that link in the description or spell it out in the YouTube search engine and go support this brother channel. We say support for support, right? And this is a brother right here who is doing his own thing in music, but he has also been a very big supporter of my platform right here on SouFLoTV for years. You understand? So when somebody support you for years, we return the favor when we build a little platform and get something for ourselves. So big up to Yardy Cash Flow, alright? And go over to his channel by clicking the link in the description or by just typing in Yardy Cash Flow. Hit that subscribe button when you get over there. It don't cost you nothing. And tell him that SouFLoTV sent you. Check out the rest of his songs. Leave your comments and all that stuff. Alright.
Daddy cash shop, ever gonna know my got that. Them gyal up on my fuck, cock and I spit like a fat black. Big 45 and roam like a tourist, strike like a fire.
The transactions, which appeared to be fraudulent, saw funds from the bank internal accounts being posted to Gordon's account, as well as accounts belonging to relatives and other customers. So she was laundering out the money, finding different people. Me I go put this much money in your account here, and then, but don't touch it, my money, me I'll draw it out, and then when you draw it out, then you give me this, and you can take a little piece of that. That's what she was doing, right? Investigators revealed that according to the allegations before the court, that Gordon posted approximately 282 suspicious transactions totaling over $111 million. The amount, to be exact, was $111,262,660.21. Big money in the bank is what she was playing with. The transactions were done between February 2017 and May of 2020. That is all they caught her for, okay? She was, however, indicted only on $34 million. So, for those of us who aren't too good with maths and we're not too bright with the reasoning, because of them saying, no, y'all idiot, you're not too bright with your reasoning. I want you to do this math right here. I want you to subtract 34 million from 111 million, and I want you to see what you got. Okay. So the balance of that remaining, even if they say to her she has to pay back that 34 million in restitution or whatever else, she will be just fine. Okay. Matter of fact, I don't even think there is a restitution because none was mentioned in her sentencing. She will run her time concurrently. She will get out of prison in a little under 8 years, and I am willing to bet that she will probably be getting out of prison earlier, because the judge made a mistake. What mistake did the judge make? Her attorney has said that because she pled guilty from the beginning on all charges and she did not waste the court's time, then the judge should have started her sentencing with that 50% discount. The judge started her sentencing with the 20% discount. Now, a lot of people are going to say, that's not going to work, SouFLo. Yes, it will. I just told you about the man who raped a woman who he had a relationship with. That man raped that woman's daughter, got that woman's daughter pregnant, which is his stepdaughter, and then had relations with the child that he got from the stepdaughter that he raped. That's confusing, but you understand what just happened. Madness. He was sentenced to life in prison. Because that judge made that same error right there that they just made in this lady's case, his life sentence was overturned and he was given 15 years, 5 of which is already gone. So he will be out in another couple of years to live his life Normally. Again, she will be out also once they appeal this again. Because the judge, because she pled guilty and because she did not waste the court's time, she should have been discounted at a 50% rate, and she was not. A lot of people are smiling right now because they're calling this, what do you call this now? One time they gave us no money on the plantation, but we had to take what we had to take. And right now, black people are saying, listen, we need an restitution. I want next damn feet. I want you to put that word in the comment section below because you know reparations is what I'm talking about. Enough people have said that was reparations for 30 years of labor on that NBC plantation. For 30 years of labor on the NBC plantation. Sorry, the NBC, on the NCB, which is the bank. For 30 years of labor on the NCB plantation, she collected her money. Okay? She collected her money. She said, I slaved on this plantation and y'all ain't paying me enough. All when it was $11 million a year, it still wasn't enough. So here what? I'm taking what I could take in the meantime. All right? And I think that's what she did. She'll be just fine. Because they have proof that over $111 million of transactions went on her watch. However, she was only charged for 34. So you have to ask, where the hell did the rest of that money go? Now, I'm thinking, seeing white-collar crime, right? White-collar criminals, they are the ones that get away with the most money because they can hit a lick, is what we call it. Now, you hit a lick for $100 million. They only charge you for 34. They send you to prison for 7 years. You get out, you stash your money neatly, nicely somewhere. You get out of prison and you go right back to your $100 million that you had hidden somewhere. Now you've paid your debt to society and now you're free to spend your money. They can question all they want to, but them can't prosecute you again. It's all over now. Would you? This is my question to you. Would you spend 7 years in prison or risk spending 7 years in prison to get your hands through blue collar crime on or white collar crime on $111 million? Would you risk 7 to 8 years in prison through a white collar crime to get your hands on $111 million? Talk to me. See you in the next video where we'll talk about the attorney, Jennifer Macedo. I got some things I got to put out there about Jennifer Macedo. So we'll catch you there. All right. And again, big up to my Morning Thoughts family. We're off track right now, but more than likely, I'll be back on track for you tomorrow morning. All right. Continue to hit that subscribe button, people, and help to get us to our goal of 2021. Our goal of 2021. When that clock rolls over, the last day of 2021 into 2022 of a new year, we want to see 300,000 subscribers on SouFLoTV. Let's make it happen. I'm out. Peace. My SouFLoTV audience, it's time to do another commercial again. This one is for my New York City people. And I'm talking about all 5 boroughs. Brooklyn, Bronx, Queens, Manhattan, Long and Staten Island. I'm talking to you. Are you tired of your floors, your wooden floors looking all torn up, looking all dull and faded? Do you want that glamorous shine? Well, you need to call Mr. G. Now, Mr. G is located in Queens, New York. So if you're in Queens, New York, you're closer to him. But Mr. G also said that no job is too near or too far. No job is too big or too small. Okay, so he can handle the distance. He will travel to you. Garfield Scarlett is the CEO of this company, and his cell phone number and his office number are listed right here. Or let me just say them out loud for you. 718-525-2640. 508-596-0867. His cell phone number is 508-596-0867, and his office number is 718-525-2640. Or you can reach him at Garfield_Scarlett@yahoo.com. This brother has over 15 years in experience in installation, in sanding, in staining, in ratcheting, in finishing. He does it all when it comes to your floors. And get this, he has free estimates available. So call Mr. G right now and get your floors right now. And tell him SouFLoTV sent you. Back to our scheduled program.